Yes, it's my favorite time of the week. Something about Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Oh, I know, Black Flame Land. It's the fact that it's time to let your hair down and wolf out, as it were. We are back for a whole new week of nothing but the best in horror, metal, and entertainment that we can provide for you all. Because, after a long week of taking souls, eating them, and,
chasing your tail.
I ran out of salt earlier, and they're not tasting as good as they usually do. But, we are so excited for tonight's barbecue. I hope you are as well. It is time to get that werewolf on. One of my favorite genres of creature features is werewolves. And there have been ones that have gotten it really good, and then there's been some ones that have gotten it really fucking terrible. Pow! The double thumbs down. And I'm sure Mort Wolf here would agree. And I'm so glad you got all the fleas off you, because, down in Mortimer's crypt there, I'm sure there's a lot of little extra specially horrible.
They're undead fleas. They're already dead.
Kind of catch a real bad case of the fleas. So I'm glad you were able to get rid of them. Christina, what's up? Lizzie, what's going on? And everybody out there, this is what I want you to do. This is where you get to let your hair down, let that true face come out, and oh yeah, wolf the fuck out, because it's time to share this out. Anywhere and everywhere there is a werewolf lover, a wolf lover. Obviously, I'm one. I got plenty of them on me, as well as just my pure and utter passion for werewolf films, as well as Mort Wolf. Magnetism. Exactly right. There's just nothing I could have done to my Punim other than a look that I have fallen in love with. So we're going to rock with that for tonight. But share this out to anywhere and everywhere there is a horror werewolf lover out there. And we're going to talk about two, fucking amazing films. Number one, Wolfman. Something new to the dark universe.
Yes. Extending on the legacy.
Taking it in a different direction, and we are going to deep dive into this motherfucker because I fucking loved it. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was really fucking good. And then, of course, my dear friend, director and writer, creator, Mark Cantu, before him and I met and did Grind together, he did a fucking phenomenal independent werewolf horror film. And I felt like, dude, if we're going to talk about Wolfman, we got to talk about this too. We just do. We just have to. Agree. Those are the two on the barbecue for tonight. And before we get into this madness, with every good piece of meat, you must have that horror sauce from Horror Struck Hot Sauce. Hotter than hell. That's right. If you want that meat to sing, if you want it to so damn good, it makes you want to slap your mama, then you want to make sure you get some Horror Struck hot sauce.
Perfect for our films too, because every werewolf, just put a little dab around.
Especially if you have to chew yourself out of bondage. which is something we will definitely be talking about momentarily, because I think that's where we're going to start this evening. I think we need to start with Wolf Man. Hey, Kyler, what's going on, my brother? Oh, man, yeah. She goes, as a vegetarian werewolf, I can only eat vegetarians. Well, as long as you're getting those plant proteins from the flesh, you're not really eating flesh. Let's hope. Right?
You know, exactly. It's like you could shape a vegetable into a person.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we've seen it done. I mean, just look at the gingerbread man.
That's it. She took that right out of my brain. That's what I was gonna say. It's
I
like,
eat that little motherfucker every year for Yule.
You know,
so
it can definitely be done.
Gotta have a little decapitation. A little bit of cannibalism there.
Cannibalism's nothing wrong with that. You know?
No, not at all. But man, did this movie come out of fucking nowhere. Just when I thought that the Dark Universe was done. And, you know, normally when I see the name Blumhouse, I'm thinking, uh-oh, what's going to happen? Because we saw exactly what happened to the Halloween reboot trilogy, where you had two excellent ones and then the biggest stinker that you could have ever seen, and we won't even talk about it. But I'm like, you know what, though? They're doing a play on Wolfman. So I want to make sure that they didn't put out. Yeah, exactly. We want to make sure that it's ooey gooey goodness, because back in 2010, with one of my favorite all-time, actually two favorite all-time directors from the last, let's say, 30 years, Benicio del Toro and the great Sir Anthony Hopkins in Wolfman. And it was a thing of beauty.
Oh, you got Rick Baker doing it too with them. So you had a perfect mix.
You can't go wrong with that special effects master. As a matter of fact, if my face starts to like melt off, you know, after so many years of reaping, he's the first guy I call to put my face back together.
Yeah. I can.
He's got you out of a couple of bad things too.
True. But I mean, that's the whole thing, though. Is it's like he never really messes with you for losing face. So it's like, and I appreciate that. Well, you know me, I leave parts all over the place. So, and it's like, but that's the thing too. That's how I met my first werewolf. You know, we were playing fetch with my own hand, so it worked. Get to know, give me your paw, and it's like
shots fired already. Apparently, he says, Kyler says, unpopular opinion, liked the story, not the design. Ooh. Oh no!
For which?
Oh man, right out of the gate. Well, you know, that's why we're going to go ahead and deep dive this for everybody.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, I think that was the perfect leadway into it, because I mean, and there's nothing against that.
Nope.
Let's go, Kyler. Of course,
you know, everyone likes
your opinion and enjoy that you said it. I appreciate that, because that's what we're here for.
Exactly right.
It is exactly that. It's taking a legend and a story that's been done more than once, but done a completely different way.
Sort of in a different way. There was a lot of elements that I felt.
Well, we're not.
Kind of.
They were not, I felt. Yeah, homage.
There is definitely an homage there. And I'm sorry if you see me checking the Reap phone, it's to make sure that our video is being seen where we want it to be seen. So don't think I'm not within the conversation, because I am. But seriously, oh, look at that. Both Facebooks are doing it. Thank motherfucking hell for that. So, okay. Obviously, I feel the story was so super cool. And they kind of tied in a cultural belief that I thought was very fucking cool.
Yeah.
Very fucking cool. Because when have we ever seen a filmmaker try to tie in a legend? And as you know, on the Horror BBQ, Reapers Underground, and everything else in between, we are all very much in the belief that if something has a legend and origin, there is facts and truth in it.
Yep.
So this is not something I think is out of our wheelhouses, especially when we're talking about Oregon, one of the most mountainous / foresty places
Yeah,
out of the
forest,
nowhere. If you want to disappear and go off the grid, this is one of those places to do it, because it is just vast forest, gorgeous in so many ways.
Which you don't want a werewolf chasing after you through. Because really, at the end of the day, even if you got a rifle in your hand, the werewolf still has the
you know, especially if you have a werewolf who was once human, knows all your tricks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
You know, the movie starts out, you think that this is going to be a slow burn, right?
Right.
And it's really not. It's so
not as much,
intense between father and son. And you're like, you really don't know what to expect. This is obviously a former military guy, you know, and, you know, from get-go. When I heard 10 hut, I knew for a fact that boy was going to jump up out of his bed, make it, put it the way it needs to be. He has trained that little boy to be a soldier. I was like, ooh, that reminds me of when I was Little Reaper. You know what I mean? Like, this is what is expected of you, motherfucker. You know? And if you don't do it, you're not going to get your fun time. But in this case, you know, they're doing one of the coolest things that I think, you know, father and son can do, which is go out and hunt. And, you know, before that, obviously, we find out that the film is centered around the fact that there is a legend of a hitchhiker who went missing. And now, obviously, we don't want to give it all away. We want you to go see this film. It's on Prime Video. We want you to see this for a good reason, because honestly, it's worth giving a shot. And like I said, originally, I was concerned.
Oh, me too.
I was thinking it was going to be the biggest stinker blight on all Wolfman films. But so they're out there, and I love it when they put gun scopes onto the camera. We can see what they are seeing.
Right. Yeah. Because then usually on that end, you know, like when they don't do that, you'll get just blind. It's like they'll hold up the weapon, but as the audience viewer aren't seeing what they're impacting on and reacting to and stuff. And yeah, I thought that was a really smart idea there.
Oh, and let's not forget fucking cinematography. I mean, they are out in the woods. You are deep in the Oregon woods.
Yeah. And it feels like it too. Yeah, you feel it's the same
like
kind
of just them two and
yeah, it's like what the original Chainsaw gave. It's like you're out there by yourself with them. That's it. You're not going to go anywhere. It's too vast. And
easy to get lost and never found.
Well, exactly. Either it's going to find you, or you probably won't find your way out. But yeah, it starts to build up that suspense pretty early on, and I like that. Build that dread.
There was definitely the feeling of dread. You are absolutely correct, because one minute, you know, the dad is like so super. Oh, don't you realize that you could die at any moment? I'm sitting here going, unholy fuck. He knows something that he's not telling that little boy, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm sitting here going, ooh, wee.
Mm.
This is probably leading up to this legend, right?
Mm.
And so after he pretty much obliterates him with intensity, this young man decides after his dad almost had a shot at the deer that he was trying to take down. He disappears. He turns around. It's like, where the fuck he go? I'm sitting here going, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here. I'm thinking in the back of my head, one of two things is going to happen. He sees
Yeah.
it or he gets ate the fuck up. Right.
Right.
So, as sure as shit, he, that, and that's what I was thinking in my head too. He's probably like, well, maybe if I come around,
Right.
a
Yeah.
little bit and then get to the back of the animal, maybe then I could take it out for my dad. And that's honestly what he was trying to do. But what he didn't expect was,
It wasn't Bambi.
oh no, he gets a
Oh, no.
glimpse of an animal on two legs.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, looking through that scope, it had shades of Lon Chaney Jr. It really did.
Yeah.
Because you have someone that's a werewolf, but they're still torn and tattered, clothed. And I was sitting there going, "Yep, you've taken a good approach."
Right. Yeah. No,
Like,
because it's like nowadays everybody wants to always go the full disrobed, covered in fur werewolf, and I get that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Who then stands 9 feet tall?
Yeah, it's got its moments there, but I agree with you on that. When you're trying to go back to pay homage to the original Wolfman, Larry Talbot always had clothes on. And it's not just because they couldn't do that, because they could have covered him up. They could have covered his legs in fur and things like that. They did that for centaurs and all kinds of different stuff. They could have done it.
They could have. They could have gotten away with it, yes.
Yeah, they chose not to. But it's also, too, that the way that they, worked his shoes, right, for that, where you're giving him the pads to walk the way he walked, has influenced just about every werewolf movie you've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and those little nods and flavors there in that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
And I mean, you can't sit there and call your film Wolfman without paying that homage somehow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you would have got torn apart.
Right.
Because,
but he doesn't look synthetic. Is the other thing.
Yeah.
You could literally tell that he is a creature of some sort, but they really did a nice balance, in my opinion. Now, obviously, this is seeing it far away for like a glimpse, but I'm so pinpointy. I go ahead and hit the pause button and I'm staring at it.
Right. Oh, yeah. Of course.
As I do, because I want to be like, okay, let's do analysis time. And I feel like they balanced out the human aspect with the wolf aspect.
Right. Yeah, because to a large degree, too, you have to watch that line.
You do.
Because of Universal's control over the Wolfman. It's the same thing. It's same thing that happened with Monster Squad. That's why we ended up with a wolfless
very
man.
Traditional, very much.
Yeah,
that was a damn good werewolf, though.
No, they did a great job. That's what I'm saying. It's the same kind of thing, but in this one, I agree with you. It's see, without giving it away to me,
right? We don't.
I got vibes of a werewolf stuck in mid-transformation permanently. And I liked that because it was different. You don't ever, like I said, it's usually a giant werewolf or
exactly.
It's not
that traditional werewolf that's been pounded into our heads.
True. Yeah.
Especially with the Underworld films. Not taking anything away from the Underworld franchise because I'm a huge fan.
Me too.
I always have been, and their CGI transformations were actually pretty fluid. But with this, though, after seeing him, I'm thinking in my head, I don't think we're gonna see a transformation. I instantly got that in my head. I don't think we're gonna see it. because they have brought the idea to today's world. This is not Victorian times. This is not
true.
The
full modern
edition, kind of thing. But they did pay homage to the original. So I'm like, obviously, okay, this is going to be interesting. And just the snarls, I want to pay really, really good juju towards the fact of how they built the suspense. Zero music, not a single fucking note. These two are stuck in a deer blind, right? Because obviously, what are you going to do? You're going to take the high ground. Now, personally, if it was me, this is just me being, the horror buff that I am, I would have kicked out the stairs that led to the deer blind. I would have kicked them right off the fucking tree. So it had to literally crawl up a tree to get to it, to them. But they didn't do that, and that's fine. He was very quiet and, shut the door or whatever. And what surprised me about this is, a deer blind has about 2 feet, maybe 3 feet of open, seeing around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just waiting for this thing to peer over, top of it. But that's not what happened. But they were, they were very lucky that an animal had come around. I swear that deer fucking saved their lives at that point. Because suddenly the attention got took and he went and had a meal and fucked up.
Like, ooh, lunch. I love fast food.
Right.
Yeah. But that was intense and building up that suspense.
That was a hell of a scene for just 2 actors, especially a child actor.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And that boy's not been in a horror movie before, from what I understand. So what a great first try.
You're right. Right.
So we're going to fast forward a little bit, obviously, because we don't want to give too much away. So we're going to go ahead and kind of go through this a little quicker, paced. But I don't know. I'm sure Mort Wolf understands where I'm at. I just really wanted to set that opening scene because what a fucking awesome way to start the film.
Yeah, it pulls you in, and you always
really does.
Any good film can pull you in the beginning, and there you go. It's like you got something to work with, and it can keep your attention. And then this does a good job at that. It really does.
Yeah,
it doesn't forget about the beginning.
Christina says, "I was just thinking fast food." And I think that's exactly what our wolf was thinking also.
Yeah,
so,
easy. It's easier.
He's like, oh, wait a minute. ADD kicks in. Boom, gotta go. And grabs the first thing he could get his hands on. And that's okay. We love our werewolves, and they're allowed to.
Which also could have been a nod to Wolf.
Big time.
Could have been. Could have been on that end,
and I'm really fucking glad you brought that up because I was going to make that correlation a little bit later on at the fact that I felt like we kind of have some Jack Nicholson Wolf built in there.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say like a wink, a subtle little wink to the camera. But I wouldn't even say if it was intentional or not. I think it just built into the stress and the drama of the situation that they're going through, specifically with the werewolves, So it definitely did nod into that quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely it did. Because, a wolf has instincts and it knows what it likes to eat. So if it's going to see a deer and he can't quite figure out how to get at what he was hunting,
right,
you're going to go for the easy meal.
Yep. And that's the thing too. And especially, if which isn't fully, Doesn't tell anything to you. You don't know how much of the intelligence of the human being is left in there. How much is animal?
At
How,
that
you know,
point, yes,
yeah, it's
because
like you're trying to. It's just this thing that you get like a glimpse of, but you know it's not nothing I want any part of. You know, and it's no bear, it's no wolf because it's on 2 legs.
No,
So
but you know, he plays it off like it was a bear, and of course, he did that for his kid's sake. So,
but you blink, you're not going to sit there and terrify your child with something you can't explain,
right? But yet, he does find out because his dad goes down when they get home on the CB and is like, "Hey, I saw it." I was right there with it, but I couldn't get a shot. You know what I mean? And it also debunks a few things. The idea of silver. There's no silver bullets needed for this. There's no, curse. There's no this, that, or anything. This is the first time that this has become more of a mixture of chemicals meeting each other. I thought was a really good way to go further the idea of werewolves, because
see,
how do you not know?
Well, no, exactly. Yeah, I thought of like anthropy rabies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Reese, good to see him, my dude. He says, "Hey brothers, I hope you're well. We all got to work together soon. Keep it wicked. You know we're gonna work with you, my dude. I can't wait to see all the cool things you're gonna do for spooky season." But yeah, so that's, and we fast forward to modern day. So now the boy is all grown up. He's got his own family. Again, they throw some things in there that's very relatable.
Exactly. It's more grounded in realness, I think, than a lot of them are, because a lot of them jump straight into the actual supernatural aspect. And like you said, it's far more real, far less lore kind of stuff.
There's no lore built up here, other than the idea of a wolf man running around those woods. Has been a legend for a long time. That's what we know. There's no origin. There's no backstory that says this is how it happened, other than a hitchhiker went missing.
Right.
So super cool, because you're vague as fuck and you're not giving everybody.
Yeah, exactly. You're not serving the whole story to somebody in one character. And it's like, oh, it was
exactly. I think that's brilliant.
The wolf glows on a full moon night, and it's none of that.
It took all the fantasy part out of it, because if you're as astute as I am, and I know that Mort Wolf is the same, we research these legends to the ends of the earth. And in every culture has a different story. Yep. So but I digress. I don't want to get too far into that. That could be a whole topic.
Oh, that could be a whole show.
That would be so much fun. You know what? We should actually do that. I think we should dedicate a couple of barbecues to researching the legends and kind of like getting everybody to know about some of the origins of such creatures.
Your friendly monsters.
Why do you think they had Van Helsing fight all of them? I mean, they're there.
He is a busybody, though. It's like, how how many times the guys put a crossbow into me?
Oh my goodness!
It's like, dude, I'm not on your list.
Relentless with it too.
Yeah, he is. It's like, come on, dude. It's
tired of the church putting him out there saying, "Hey, go exterminate Morty." Next thing you know, he's coming after me.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it's like, dude, I was dead to start with. What's the point? You're just wasting ammunition.
He's wasting ammunition, and then tries to hit me with an ancient King Solomon book. And I'm like, stop it, man. Just stop it. Leave me alone. You're not getting rid of me.
He's got to up his game. It's getting sad. It's really starting to get sad. I feel for the guy.
He's desperate. But, as we move through this film, you know, very relatable family situation. Things look dire. So what brings them all together? Then the fact that he gets some legal papers saying that, you know, his father has not been able to be found. They feel that he went out hunting and there was some sort of hunting accident. He could have fell off one of them fucking terrains or into
yeah.
you know, a cavern that you could suddenly fall off of. So, I mean, totally believable. So, what does he think? Let's escape. Let's get out of Manhattan.
Right.
You know,
get out of the concrete jungle.
Get out of the concrete jungle and let's go to upstate Oregon. It's beautiful. He tells them about the clearing where you can see two beautiful mountains that they're like twin peaks, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and you know, you'll love it. Everyone will love it. Now, keep that in mind when you're watching the film, because it does play a fantastical part, but a very confusing part as well to me. But I loved it though, because it's like, oh, that's how we honor him. But anyway, Kyler says, all right, everyone, I'm off. Have to work morning tomorrow. Take care. Be safe. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you for tuning in. Sorry about the little bit of a late start, but we got there. Always appreciate you. Don't forget about tomorrow night. Underground. Ooh, we in full form, as we're going to be talking about the slab, one of my favorite tools.
I use it a lot, all the time.
Always. It's so much fun. You always get to play doctor, and you don't have to get sued. It's fantastic. So here they go. They're off to the wild blue yonder, as it were. They're singing
Yellow Brick Road
games and in the, you know, the moving truck and all that stuff. But suddenly he can't seem to find, you know, his home, his original family's home. And I always thought that was a little bit odd. Like, have you really been gone that long that you can't find it? Especially with GPS, but you're going to find out quickly that cell phones and connection to the outside world just isn't there.
When that part came up, it instantly made me think cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. It's like, you know, have you and your dad?
I had to puke, and so did you. So it gives you that old good old American feeling, you know. Family on the road together. It's kind of morbid because they're picking up his dead father's belongings. But he can't find the house. But yet they stop and find somebody that's in a deer blind as everyone's looking around, because suddenly, you know, the dad just doesn't know. He doesn't know where he is. He's like, I'm not sure where this house is. So, oops. Right? So, you know, he's sitting there trying to look at directions and this and that. And the wife happens to notice that there's a man with a gun in the deer blind, literally across the road. And it actually turns out to be, you know, somebody that he had grown up with. And of course, he don't recognize him. But, you know, after they talk, he's like, yeah, I'm so-and-so's son. Oh, he's like, yeah, I do remember you. So, you know, he's like, I can't find the family house. So he jumps in the vehicle. And man, epic fucking moment. Epic moment. They're driving, they're talking, they're driving. And the passenger that they pick up is so like, you're so lucky to have this wonderful, beautiful family. And as he's saying it, it's not that he's a weirdo. He's concealing the fact that the people that live in this particular part of the state have been plagued by the Wolfman this entire time. I picked up on it. I'm like, he's basically saying, I'm so glad that you don't live here. And he's just trying to show him the way home. But what do they encounter on that journey?
Well, I mean, I think anybody can kind of figure on that point, when you're driving and middle, something jerks across the road at lightning fast speed, you're going to think it's an animal. You're going to swerve, things like that, try to avoid said thing.
And they end up in the worst way possible. If you can imagine flipping your, U-Haul
Right.
onto a tree that is barely holding you there.
Yeah.
That's insane. And of course, I'm sitting here going, meat for the beast.
Right.
That's exactly what
Slickers.
Dude, the dumbass in the passenger seat, he opens the door. What happens? Boom. Right? Literally falls to the ground. I'm thinking, dude's fucked up. Was it a big drop? Not really, but I think it was big enough that
I made a point.
It was enough to, Hey,
Yeah.
What's up, David? Good to see you, brother. He's gonna be messed up, and he's just laying there. He's like, oh, like he just got bum rushed by, the refrigerator Perry from the Chicago Bears.
Nice reference. Loved the fridge. Bah. Yeah, exactly.
Classic, man. You got hit by him, you were fucked up. You was like, where's my ribs? I don't know. They're in my ass.
He's somewhere. Is he under my shoe?
Right.
There was a guy in full football gear standing right in front of me a minute ago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but exactly. It's like hit with enough force, it's like.
Well, and of course, the first thing he does is make sure his family gets out of it. And, you start hearing the snarling and it's getting worse. And suddenly, zoom, dude gets raked across oh man, if you could imagine a werewolf's hand just raking its nails across your torso, you're fucked. Oh. And he disappears, and he's seeing this. He's like, I gotta get out of here. No, what does he do? He shuts the door. I was like, okay, big mistake. What are you doing? And Blake is his name. So Wolfman, he just kind of, crawls up alongside, then smashes into the window, and we think he's cut by glass. But little do we know, as they make it back to his family's home, they found it, and gets in there and everything, that something's not quite right with Dad.
Dad's having issues.
He's having a little bit of problems, yes. And I love this moment by moment. Hour passes, next hour passes. You see different stages of what Dad is starting to look like.
Yeah. Which I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
It's better than getting a quick frame by frame by frame of this change, because they're trying to keep it as organic as possible.
Right, yeah.
And that's one thing I have to commend Blumhouse on. They didn't. They could have just straight CGI'd it, and they didn't.
Yeah, true. They tried to take it and go a different way and went practical with it. And for me, you know that I'm a practical.
Oh, you got my loyalty right off rip when you do that.
Yeah, right out of the gate. And you can blend them together. You just got to do it right, But it's like, for me, especially with werewolves, like, I think more than any genre of horror film, I need it in front of me.
Oh, for sure.
I need basically, I need a suit actor in a werewolf suit standing in front of me to sell it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because they take up a physical space. It's like that. That's always something for me that matters. And even in this, right, you don't get the big hulking.
No, you don't.
You get a
slender, lean. Some like cracking of the bones.
Oh yeah,
things are moving. They're becoming something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like the old school. It's like even with vampires transforming. 9 times out of 10, especially back in the day, they would get rid of what their body didn't need anymore. So
Right.
like, even with the vampires, be just puking up blood left and right, and it's like you don't need that anymore because you're a corpse. You're going to drain it from other people. And for the werewolf, it's the same kind of thing, it's exactly, you get those muscles and tricking and breaking.
So we do get a little bit of that transformation. And it was very flawless.
Yeah, it was well done.
Organic in a way.
Very well done.
Yeah. And and then his head starts changing, which is also very cool. Suddenly, I think I don't want to give that away.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. I already know.
To himself.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, "Oh shit, was that cool?"
Yeah.
Never saw that in a transformation before. Well,
True.
nonetheless, and he stays still very much connected, even though he's changed so much. And I love how they show what he's seeing through his eyes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's like,
that was badass.
Yeah. It was interesting. And it's like, you got films with that, like I love to call it werewolf vision. And you'll get films that do it bad and films that do it really well. And I liked how they did that with this one, because it was, more or less him too. It's like your brand new senses are awakening.
Hearing a spider moving up in the attic sounded like somebody stomping in his ears.
Exactly.
I thought that was incredible.
Which was kind of like the wolf vibe too. It's like you got to get used to this torrent of sounds and smells and stuff that you're not used to pulling in. And I think he sold it well.
It gave me like moments of what the Predator saw when he was seeing the heat signatures.
Yeah.
Only, a little bit more cosmic. It was really, really cool. Very different. So, golf clap of doom, for doing it in such a very cool way. But this poor woman and her daughter, what they go through.
Yeah.
Not only do we find out that the Wolfman that's plaguing them is Blake's father, you know what I'm saying? That they also have to contend with him when he goes feral. So, let's go ahead and rate the film before we show we'll show the trailer first. Let's do the trailer first, because I want everybody in the Black Flame universe to see what it is we are talking about. Because this is Wolfman like you've never seen him before. Check it out.
Do you live in a forest?
Sometimes. Can you fly? Nope.
Do you walk on four legs?
Yes.
A bear?
No. Are you a deer? No, I'm a fawn. A fawn? It's literally a baby deer.
You're such a cheat.
Stop! No!
Are you hurt? You gotta move quick. Come on. Run.
What was that thing, Blake?
It was like an animal, but it was standing on 2 feet, like a person.
I want to go home.
Don't get near the window.
It's a little too dangerous for us to go outside right now.
Are we gonna die?
No. It's my job to protect you.
Blake? What is that? Blake?
Teddy, can you hear me?
Are you okay? Blake? What?
Something's happening to me. I can't understand you.
Blake? Is that you? Blake? You're scaring me.
Daddy, we love you. What's wrong with him?
He's sick.
Blake, stop.
Don't you lay a hand on her.
If that didn't draw you in, I don't know what will, because it looks like he was about to have a barbecue all of his own.
Fast food.
But you could see just in those moments the intensity of what this family is going through. Just trying to survive the night. I love how they still pay homage to the moon, but let's face it, from the beginning of the film, this is something where they are this all the time, whether it's day or night, which I think makes it even creepier.
I liked it. That was the part to me, the only part of it to me that was like a curse to that end was like, once you were afflicted with it, you're afflicted with it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no going back. There's no mystical cure. There's no silver bullet. There's no wolfsbane. There's none of those traditional lore set to it. And
you can't kill the wolf that made you, and then suddenly you're cured. There's
exactly.
no for this. It's like once you're infected, like a disease, like an STD.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to a degree. Yeah. Well, technically, I guess true, because it would be translated through the saliva.
Right.
So it would infect you like that. And that's the
almost
thing.
Like rabies, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what it made me think of, like a lycanthropy version of rabies. Yeah, it was really interesting to that degrry. Definitely worth it.
That's why I thought it was so funny. There was a documentary, just as a side note, of about 20 years ago, where somebody who had said that I am a lycanthropy, I have it, and nobody believed him.
Right. Well, yeah, that's the thing, which is funny.
Nobody fucking believed him because he didn't have all the fur. He didn't have an elongated mouth. It's not like, hey, come see the amazing wolf boy, at the carnival. It was nothing like that.
Yeah, it was like,
well, how do you know that this guy doesn't have it?
No, yeah. No, and that's the thing is it's like that's like the nod into the like they did for the remake of the original, is you talk like that, you get put in an insane asylum.
Right.
The only thing
and then they try to electrode it out of you.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the only thing he was trying to do was protect people from himself.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of aspect to this one that I enjoyed as well, because that was another thing that I thought about. It was going through this, he's trying to be as possibly as noble and their protector as he can be.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like, but not.
Then you get to that point of no return where the animal kicks in.
Yeah, it takes over.
And to me, I don't know. For me, I think it was very believable on a more real scale, because this is where they take that lore that we've known about since way back when. From being in short pants. That this is the first time that it's really looked more as a condition.
Yeah.
I really dug that. I love that aspect.
Oh, I did. I think it helped the film greatly in that to be something of its own.
Well, and it's like when you
take it its own way. Yeah.
Absolutely. You think about it like in terms of, well, what happens if someone's bitten and they have rabies? What does rabies do to a person? It makes them fear all sense of, right and wrong goes out the window, and you're like this machine trying to destroy it.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. Exactly.
How is this any different?
Yeah, I agree. It's like, what if a werewolf got rabies? Yeah. No, it's very much, because that's what I thought of to that end. That's like it's very much an infection, a condition that once it happens, you're cooked. You just got to wait for it to take, to finish its course of rearranging your bits, to what it needs you to be, and then you're done. You are erased, and now you are the Wolfman.
So on our Wolfometer for the evening, obviously we're going to rate this 5 howls. So I'm going to have to go with a solid 4 howls for this one. I really did enjoy the story. Obviously, cinematography, the locations, everything fantastic. I wanted to have them give me more. I feel they pulled back a little bit. It's not that I hate what they did with the way they look. It's just I feel if you're going to have fingers, if you're going to have a scene that shoots fingernails out, I want to see fucking claws. I want to see more animal feature. And I feel like they literally kind of look a little bit more humanoid than they do an actual wolf. I mean, there was some fur there. We saw some ribs move around. Yes, but give me something more, because I don't feel like, you made them run as though they were animal-like, but they were more gorilla-like. Dare I say?
No, I agree with you. Yeah,
because that is
gorilla charges you. Yeah, it was more like that. I would agree with that. Yeah, it's not. It's not like other Wolfman. Where you're just falling through the woods at warp 9.
Right. That's what was so. Exactly. And that's what was so fucking cool about the Wolfman back in 2010.
Yeah.
When he went down on all fours. He was not had his back humped up to the air or anything like that. He didn't look like an orangutan trying to come after you, like you're the new meat snack of the night. He was really charging after you like a wolf would.
Yeah. Especially a pissed off one that's, over 6 foot tall, really angry and yoked. So, yeah.
Yes. So that's where I feel they dropped the ball a little bit.
No, I would have totally, for myself, got to agree. 4 howls as well. The only thing that I think that I wanted more of really is like you said, I would have liked a bigger body count.
Sure.
That's just me because I like my werewolves to get, fed. So,
there was definitely a lack of gore.
Yeah, and then that I can understand in parts on that. Also, because there is a kid prominently within the film the entire time.
But wasn't there a kid prominently in Terrifier 2 and 3?
Well, that's true. That's true. That is true.
You can still give us our gore. Stop trying to go PG-13.
I agree with that. Yes,
don't make the Wolfman PG-13.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more where they were, like I said, where they had went into with the remake. The remake didn't hold back on.
Gore factor was on point.
Oh yeah.
Unholy shit at that. The gore, the body counts were amazing. Limbs were torn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that I feel Blumhouse totally had with this one. They could have went hardcore with it.
Yeah. They could have went more, and it's like if you would have had even like some people that lived around them that could start getting picked off, I think it would have added a good bit. But I do understand they were trying to make it personal between this family dealing with it as a family. So I understand that too. I'm not against that. I just a little more gore.
No, not at all.
Little more gore, I'd be a happy werewolf.
There you go. I mean, every wolf deserves their snack, don't you, good boy?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Of course. Little
so now, and here's where cha-ching, fully independent, and I have to say, hell yeah, independent horror or werewolf horror film by the great Mark Cantu. and his fantastic team, starring Brian Sopanis, who I cannot wait to work with yet again in an upcoming film that it's going to be announced later on in the year. But Wolf Hollow, something we didn't see coming. We really didn't. And our wonderful friend Felissa Rose also stars in this, along with the great Lynn Lowry as well, the original Crazies and Shivers. So what do we have here? Art imitating life. Absolutely great direction with this film. And it doesn't just jump right into it either. It gives you a taste.
But I know, see, and I'm glad that you bring that up. I absolutely loved how this film starts.
Yes.
Because you gave me enough, just enough. You don't get to see full, but you see more than enough right out of the gate to make me go, okay, you got me. I already like it, because the werewolf doesn't disappoint. But it's like you said. I mean, see Rose's name go up in the credits. You see Lynn Lowry's name go in the credits, and you go, "Oh, okay, I'm good. You got the price of my."
Hey, what's up, Josh? Good to see you, my brother, man. Director of the upcoming Not There film, which I can't wait to show my scenes. They're going to be so great. But glad to have you on, man. Good to see you, my brother. But I mean, it was so perfect. You have that great indie spirit, which brings realism. You have a group of exhibitionists, Gothic people, having a good time.
Slight nod to the Lost Boys scene there.
Yeah, I thought that, you and me were like one person.
That's why we do it.
Because that's how I felt. That's how I felt too. I'm like, we've given credence to some great, films of the 80s, because the campfire or the bonfire has always been a pinnacle point for guys, girls to get together, party, screw, and get their groove on in epic fashion. But little do they know, they're doing it in Wolf Hollow. If anything could have been a red flag to say, you probably don't want to do that there.
It's like, we're out here tonight in the woods at Wolf Hollow. Did you hear that? Was something howling?
I mean, not to mention,
I gotta
go. multiple cases of missing people, of things, gone awry. So you want to go have a good old fashioned fuck fest in Wolf Hollow? I don't think that was a good idea.
You didn't do your research. That's why we try to tell people.
They didn't research it. You got to know the lay of the land, not just lay each other. Lay of the land.
If you have to worry about giant werewolves ripping people to pieces, maybe not book your vacation stay there or the Airbnb. You might want to go somewhere else, or try not to fit into that lunar cycle. Give yourself a window to get out. Like, I had a great place. Let me leave before you get pause.
Well, you know what? This was also a film that kind of broke some of those traditional stereotypes too.
Oh yeah.
The moon really didn't have anything to do with it.
Not as much. No, not as much. Yeah, it was present, and you feel its presence, which I enjoy. Right. But yeah, it wasn't. Oh, I must see the. It's like you see the scene with the moonlight casting in and the transformations and stuff.
Well, sure, that's what we call an artistic nod to the film.
Yeah, the original. Yeah, the original. It's like,
so sure, you have to have that essence. The Howling, for instance.
Yeah, it's very much so. Yeah.
Another one to, I knew I was going to change tonight, so I'm going to have you meet me in a porno theater. Of course. Yes, exactly. It's poetic.
Well, see, that's one of the things in this that I enjoyed, too, right out of the gate. is most people in this film, well, I would say all of them, honestly, reacted the right way to seeing a werewolf that is coming at them.
Nobody like looked over at their friend getting mauled, going,
"There's a werewolf."
Oh no!
Yeah,
that's
yes.
I'm so
Everybody
sorry. What can I do? Can I help you? No, you can't. You're going to get your arm torn off.
Exactly. Yeah, and that was the thing that I did. You got the motley crew of the indie filmmakers.
Oh man!
Like, and you can tell pretty quickly. You know, they've got relationships. They've got things that they don't like about each other. Things that bring them together. You know, things about most indie crews at times. You know, and.
Well, and they
that.
want to make a horror film at probably one of the best, spots to do it. At Wolf Hollow, it comes complete with a makeshift haunted house, like hayride / this, that, the other thing, attraction. So who the fuck wouldn't want to take advantage of something that's already there? Of course,
right? Especially you don't have Halloween, and it's called Wolf Hollow. You know, you figure a bunch of people are going to go. You know, go check out Wolf Hollow on Halloween. You know,
and it's a town that has history. It's out in the sticks.
Way out
so it's really perfect.
It's like an isolated town. Yeah, it's like a town within itself, kind of thing. And it's like you get that. Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? You know, in scenarios, even when nothing's happened. It's just what you think in your head. It's like you've watched horror films and you're like, they pull up and you're like, yep, nope. Nope. Let's get back in the vehicle and turn back around because I don't want to be, I don't want to be pooped out on the moors by a werewolf.
Now, if there was ever a place that would make you feel like, oh, we're city folk and you are definitely country folk. They set that up so perfectly.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is taking place in Pennsylvania, there are those kind of country spots because what do we know about Pennsylvania? It's a lot like Oregon, as there is miles and miles and miles of trails that go through a vast forest. There was another indie director, and unfortunately his name is escaping me, but he's made a bunch of films, and one of them was built on a local legend about, hikers that go through that trail and just kind of come up upon some people that you're like, where the fuck did you come from? People that want to disappear, have their own little camp in this own little nook that nobody knows about. And here comes this, gorgeous lady, doing one of these, getting their workout in, and suddenly they get snatched. Sorry, wrong word. But you get the picture. They get taken out of what they're trying to do.
Right.
And it's totally believable. And if you actually look into Pennsylvania lore, that shit has actually happened where people are just walking a trail or they're hiking, and there's people living out there that even law enforcement don't know they're out there.
Right. Well, it's even the same for real. So like California, with the mountain lion. You jog it and there's a mountain lion. So it's like
if it ain't the people, it's the fucking animals, right?
Well, see, and that's a thing too, right? Is you would think for a place that's gotten this history and stuff and people getting torn to pieces, that's the thing, right? If it's a vampire, you got 2 holes in your neck, you're completely given away. Right? You've given yourself away completely. It's a vampire, got him 2 holes. Werewolves shred you. Tear you to pieces. So in most woods, you're going to get bears, you're going to get wolves, you're going to get coyotes, all kinds of things that can do that to somebody. So that's less that they're going to go, this was obviously, a 7-foot tall werewolf. You can tell by the look, look at that. He's only got 3 4s and his claws on his pinky. It's like, you're not going to get that.
Well, let's set the stage here. So we have, the great Brian Sopanis and Felissa Rose as a married couple.
Which
Felissa
I felt
plays.
was very believable. I
Oh,
thought
so
they played
believable.
off as a couple. Very real. I enjoyed that.
Very, very fucking real. And here they are, fighting the town mayor, played by the great Daniel John Kearney, who I was also in Grind with, and some future productions as well. And it was magic. So you have, this family trying to fight the man. Yeah. And that the man is dirty. Obviously.
Oh yeah, he did great with that. He lets you know what kind of dude
he really
he is.
brought that home. I have to say.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, totally. That
you could totally tell that they were not. Town hall was not moral people,
right?
And they're like, this and that. Got to come up with this, or otherwise we're taking your shit. That's just the way it's going to be. So. That was very, very good. And then enter these film, people from way out of state. And they're coming to Wolf Hollow to shoot this film. And I fucking love Lynn Lowry for this. She plays the quintessential I am a diva in this film as an actress, because that's her lead. For the film that they're going to be making.
Mr. DeVille.
Yes.
Yeah, she did it great.
Oh my goodness, she was epic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
All the way through. And there's a moment. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's like you were just saying, it's like everybody in this film delivers. Yeah, everybody delivers on their character, and then when you get people like Felissa Rose and Lynn Lowry and Bart as well, he everybody knocked it out of the park. Everybody played their part to a T.
Legends are legends for a reason. They make you believe that they are that person.
It's real emotion. That's what I'm saying. And it's like between her and Bart, it's like they felt like a real couple. Without it being phoned in and fake. It felt like they have time together. She don't even got to say anything and just give him a look, and he knows what she's thinking. Well, it's hard to do that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Brian Sopanis, he's another guy that you can literally put him in any situation, and he's going to bring that character to you.
Oh yeah, no, he was great. He was great. He was a great choice for the character, 100%.
Woo, excuse me. Sorry.
Probably
trying to escape out of my nose. Well, there we go. Got him out. Apparently, he was giving me indigestion.
Sometimes too many souls, you need to take a good Mylanta.
Well, yeah. Like, my Lanta, literally.
Exactly.
Get back in there. Totally feel like they are this welcoming couple. Obviously, there's a few people in their family that are a little bit more standoffish, and I thought it was fantastic as well.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. It's a very, we deal with our own problems. We protect our own. Yeah. We don't need outsiders coming in here giving us more issues than we're already dealing with right now.
Right.
With, the not so lovely mayor. Who you can tell, pretty easily isn't a fan of the family,
And it was really good to see Jesse Hutchins, who was the cinematographer for Grind, playing a role in this, and he played it cold too. You could tell that something was just not quite right about him, as his interaction with people. But everybody who was involved, as being part of this family of the Wolf Hollow haunted house Halloween exhibit. all the way around super fucking badass. And we have these film people coming in. They're trying to, make this film there. And, well, there's somebody that kind of leads them to their demise in a lot of ways into this world. And I'm trying to find his name because I really wanted to congratulate him on such a Danny Langston, who was Evan, the long-haired guy that was, part of the crew that we find out is later somebody else. And it's unfortunate, but
all right.
That's kind of the way it goes. We're always harboring a secret. I mean, if I was a part of a werewolf family, I'm going to want to try to fit in with everyone.
Keep that to your chest a little bit, you
want to be able to feel like you can be somebody normal and live a normal existence.
Right. You don't want people asking you if you've had all your shots. It's like.
And we're not talking about the regular ones, people. But seriously, though, and hijinks after hijinks just happens with this.
Oh, yeah.
So they're out there. They're in the midst of the woods, these beautiful woods, and they're trying to get this shot, get that shot. And they take Lynn out there. And then what ends up happening? And I have to say, I was like, oh my God, I know exactly what's about to happen. Because one of the people on the crew has a gun with them in case, they come up against some wildlife, right? And sure as shit, that person with the gun trips over something, and then all of a sudden, bam, right in Lynn Lowry's eyes. And what she says was so fucking amazing.
That was epic. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'll be fucking so-and-so in my trailer. Oh my God, I dropped to my knees laughing so hard when I was like, oh my goodness, what an amazing delivery of a line. Incredible.
Oh yeah, she was full character. She was full character with Marla. It was great the way that she captured that starlet.
She did almost like
it's like her stars fading, and it's got to do all this stuff. It's like, oh, I got to have the right lighting. I've got to do this because I'm an actress. Yeah, she did it beautifully.
She played it to the nines.
Yeah,
so many nods to so many classics from the 50s.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is badass. This is fantastic.
With perfect casting too. She nailed it perfectly. Has the look, everything. Nailed it beautifully. It's the same kind of thing, as what Brian does. It's like same as Felissa. It's like so many chameleons that can just
oh my goodness,
all these different characters. It's great when you have people that have that ability to carry. Because they end up carrying a film by how they react to situations.
Sorry, I had to eat a soul.
Well, fast food, I told you that is really the thing of tonight. When it runs, you got to chase it down, sometimes on all fours.
Right.
Got to get those nutrients.
So they have this problem. They end up killing the star of their film. And I don't feel bad about that. I don't want to give too much away because, again, Black Flame Universe, we want you to go watch this film. But I had to call special attention to that because it's one of those moments in a film that you felt it coming, but you didn't really see how how
it was going to happen. Yeah, you kind of felt like, something's going to happen. Yeah. But it wasn't predictable to that way, though.
No,
it's like
not predictable.
Exactly what was going to happen, and I loved that. Mark and them just they nailed it.
Him and Brian Bell. The two of them as writers.
Mm-hmm.
but excuse me, went down the wrong way.
They tickle. You gotta. It's like, yeah, you gotta.
You know, they try to go, oh, let me out, and I'm like,
Right.
No.
I need you, and don't give me a scratchy throat.
So, you know, as this tragedy happens and they're trying to figure out what the fuck they're going to do, got to get
Which I love that.
involved. Oh, yeah. But
Pure chaos. Yeah, it's just
pure utter chaos.
Like yeah.
And then, you know, not just law enforcement, but them, the whole film team start coming up against the fact that almost everybody in this town is a werewolf.
Right. Which did feel a little like kind of a nod to like the Howling, if the Howling cult that in the town got to stay established, like really get established. And it's like, oh yeah, no, there's spread over there and hardware and rough over there.
Dude,
yeah.
The guy at the gas station.
Yeah.
My goodness, was he awesome. And you start to find out that there's this conspiracy, you know, that this town is plagued with. Oh, excuse me.
And it's like, you got a fighter there. Well, see, that's why I go for the shovel, just bonk, and then I don't got to worry about it. Yeah, I'm too old for that. You know, I don't.
It's all right. I choked it down.
but yeah, it's like it's like people are aware of it to a degree, but
it's the town secret.
You can't tell. Yeah, it's like that. You can't go and tell somebody because they're not going to believe you. You're going to end up, in a padded room.
Yeah, it gave me vibes from another film called Werewolves, which was, this, teen that once he got to a certain age, it was his time to turn. Right. And then finds a whole fucking town that is nothing but werewolves, and like they keep the peace and all that shit. So it kind of gave a nod to that. But, unfortunately, what befalls, this film crew is they're caught in the middle of basically a feeding frenzy. Yeah. There are not one, but multiple changes throughout this film. And I feel the way that Mark Cantu brought this was, in fact, a thing of beauty.
It was smart.
So practical. Not having everyone change, into something. I thought was absolutely perfect.
Right, exactly.
Different stages of change.
Right. Well, that was the thing. It was blending the practical within the CGI elements that could be there that you couldn't do practically, really. And I enjoyed that. Like 100%, you know me, it's like you bring me, especially a practical werewolves, the effect.
We're gonna judge you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But if you
we're so passionate about our werewolf films.
Yeah, you're gonna get judged by your werewolf more than your movie. Truly, if your werewolf's awesome, you can even tell not that great of a story and you can keep people's attention as long as your werewolf's awesome. And they did both. They did both.
They truly did.
They gave you a compelling story with people
exactly
trying to deal with this cluster's, situation that is just getting worse as it goes along. And I felt like, where it's like, you really don't know what you walked into.
Nope.
It's like you walked into the wolf den and they're not going to let you leave.
Well, it's like, these kids are already in a fucking nightmare because they had an accidental AD that pretty much killed their main star. And they're like, what the fuck are we going to do? And this happened on the werewolves property. So, there's something comical about that.
Well, no, it
in
is.
an
Yeah, no.
awesome way.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you mentioned that because there's definitely blends of really, really funny moments in this.
Oh, dude.
Especially
The rock star, and I'm going to say this right now, and I want to make sure I tell this gentleman, Brandon Crumb, who plays Lucky Steve.
Yeah, Lucky Steve is amazing.
Which is so goddamn funny because obviously
yeah.
my government name is Steve, and this guy's called Lucky Steve.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, dude, you're not lucky. And it was
I argue that point on whether he's lucky or not.
Oh, I do too.
You know what I mean? But no, I agree with you on a lot of aspects of that too. So yeah, but he is definitely he's one of those characters that's like, dude,
he was so lovable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he was great. He was great. He
also ends up being the badass. At the same time, he's like, oh, you took my arm, but damn it, my other arm is going to wield a shotgun.
With my knee, cocking it with his knee. Yeah. No, that was epic.
Real.
Yeah, I love characters like that in horror movies where it's like,
me too.
It's like,
perfect relief. He brought the badass element. Like, okay, they're all werewolves, but damn it, I'm going to fight you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
doesn't matter if I only have one arm.
Right. When you needed to tone it down, didn't automatically do the, I'm whiny
Right.
because I'm injured. That usually happens in horror movies. It's like, okay, no, we'll figure this out. Let me get this handled. Or you guys handle this. I'll give myself a hand. And, and let's get to business and try to survive. And I loved that. Yeah, he did great. Absolutely great. Loved Lucky Steve.
Oh my goodness, yes. And Twyla Atwood, the final girl of this film. Man, what a great ending, because you're like,
she went hard.
How the fuck are we going to get through this nightmare? How are we going to, basically stop everything that's happening? And she comes up with a plan between her and the other guy. Ray. I forgot the name.
Ray.
Thank you. Ray. They're like the last two people left that can stop the fucking werewolf that's happening. And kudos to the wolf suit.
Oh yeah. I believe it's Midnight Studios.
I would have sold
one
or two of my balls.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. Yeah, that was
worn that suit.
But that's my thing. If you're gonna show a full werewolf and not hide it, you're not hiding it. And that's a thing though, too. They didn't overuse it either.
No, they didn't.
Like you said, it's like using partial transformations in parts. And it's like, you don't have to get the full haired out to be a killing monster creature with teeth and claws, and, but it's like the stages. But once you see the werewolf fully, oh crap, they're in trouble.
Oh my goodness. The mask on Brian Saponis was fucking amazeballs.
Oh yeah, no,
good.
He did great as Bart and as the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
No joke. Yeah, no, totally has my respect. Everybody, and then it's like same thing. It's like with Felicia's character. It's like you knew when she was mad, you were gonna be in deep crap.
Oh, you're like, oh shit, the nuns are gonna fucking smack me on both of my knuckles.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, because it's piss her off.
Yeah, because it's like out of the whole family, nobody's. It's like he's not weak. Bart's not weak to her or any kind of thing like that. But she runs the show. She's the one with the temper.
Mm-hmm.
And you're pissing her off. So
well, yeah, and you're not going to fuck with her kin either.
exactly.
No.
You know? So it's like in that part, in that element, though, you got, you know, you have to understand where the werewolves are coming from. You know, you're trying to take everything from us.
Man, everything was completely practical.
Yep.
Seeing Lucky Steve lose not one but two fucking arms, that shit was a thing of beauty, and they brought the comedy aspect into the film.
Very much so.
It was so fucking cool. I can't even explain how much that shit made me laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love that shit. That's something that, you know,
it's hard to do.
I'm not taking anything away from Wolfman, because that was serious from jump and all the way through. They kept that serious feeling and built it until the nth degree, the big fucking cum shot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm going to say that because you're not going to censor me. That's kind of how I feel about serious horror films. Like, you're building, and big explosion.
Yeah.
But you resolve. But the coolest thing, and that's why I love comedy horror so much. Not that this film was complete comedy all the way through, because guess what? It's not.
Yeah, no,
there are moments that shock you, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then but when you're in the midst of the shit, I think about it like, for instance, I just got done watching the entire Last Kingdom series on Netflix, which is one of my favorite shows of literally all time. I look at it like this because it's not horror, but it's gore as fuck, right?
Right.
You know, there's moments where in the battle, someone throws a one-liner out there, and you're like, okay, you're in the middle of trying to beat the Danish Vikings off, and you're like, oh shit, well, at least I didn't lose my balls. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a moment like that with Lucky Steve, where he's like, my arm's gone. Shit, I lost both. Well, I'm going to lay down and pretend I'm dead. Oh my goodness. I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
But that's the thing too. Yeah, it was. He was used properly to break tension moments.
Yes.
When you needed just to chill for just take back the idol on the gun just a little bit, and then let it build up again. And they did very, very well with that. Yeah, it was a great roller coaster.
Is a master of this.
He knocked it out of the park.
His whole writing team, him and Brian Bell. I mean, they know how to like bring it up, bring it down, bring it up, bring it down.
They know how to pace the horror movie.
Perfect in this film, and the carnage is unbelievable. I love it.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciated that. When you give me juicy werewolf effects, I am a happy Mort Wolf.
Right? Trust me, Lizzie. She goes, he's done some other movies that sound really interesting. Well, what's in theaters right now, Lizzie, is the movie that I am in. And I am Ginger Lynn's body double as the big demon, the big ugly suit. So I'm still finding a way.
Beautiful, in my opinion, personally, but that's.
Well, thank you.
You want a big nasty demonic monster? I mean, come on now, go to the Big Double Daddy. See, isn't that a sweet boy? He's adorable. Absolutely adorable.
So believe me, I'm still trying to find a way, and we will. After talking to director Mark Cantu, we're going to find a way to do an invitational. You know, you buy your e-ticket and you can watch this film with me. That's going to be down the road, so it's not going to be right away. But we're going to be able to do it. And some of the actors in this film are in it. And you're it's going to far supersede all your expectations.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that Wolf Hollow was one of the most amazing films to cover the werewolf genre, and they did it justice.
Especially as an independent film, it hits you like a well done studio film, but better because studios dropped the ball.
They do,
and they didn't.
And it's still practical all the way through.
Yep. And it's also correct casting, because like you said, each person is perfect at what they do. Every character, every side character is a character.
Exactly.
But they all believably fit into Wolf Hollow. I mean, it's a believable world, and I always enjoy that in my horror. I want to know where I can go visit,
Well, sure. And it's super important. So let's go ahead and show everybody out there in Black Flame Universe exactly what the fuck we're talking about. Check out Wolf Hollow right now.
Y'all ain't from around these parts, are you? We don't take too kindly to strangers around the hollow, that's for sure. Only 2 rules around Wolf Hollow. Don't cause no trouble with the locals. And if you do, get out before nightfall.
Right now, this is free. Say it again. Free. Black Flame Universe. Free on Prime Video. You can watch this right now. And I urge you not only to check this film out, but Wolfman as well. The wait is over. Sometimes when it comes to the mainstream, you have to wait 6 months. But it's free right now for you to watch. And if that trailer didn't grab you, oh man,
I know what will.
You heard Mort Wolf right there.
I will actually even start it on this one. 5 howls right out of the gate, because they delivered on everything I want. Everything I want out of a horror movie, they delivered. Especially a werewolf movie.
I think this is like the first time that we actually are in agreement all the way around. I'm going to give it a 5 howls out of 5 howls as well. It delivers everything that you want in a werewolf film, because what do we know traditionally about just about every werewolf film to ever come out? Not taken away from wolves or that great UK werewolf film as well.
American Werewolf in London.
Well, that's one. I can't think of it right now. It's one of my favorites. It's the one where they're all trapped on a train going.
Is that Howl?
Howl. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good one
You
too.
know, and The Howling was also a film that was serious.
Oh
all the
yeah,
way through.
Silver Bullet.
Just Silver Bullet.
You know, but Silver Bullet for me on that one kind of tread in this area. There's
It
very
did.
serious
It had some
moments.
comedy involved. I mean, you had Gary Busey in there.
Exactly. I want to talk about buttered sausages and werewolves. Let's talk
Yeah.
about buttered sausages.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? But it was before he went nuts, you know, and we got Corey,
Yeah.
you know, got Corey Haim in it and
Before
everything.
he got beat in the head.
Right. Well, motorcycle, you know.
You might shake a few things loose. Sure.
Yeah. But it's like, but that kind of
that gets beat up.
kind of that, you know, kind of well, the same flavor, kind of like, you know,
There were
Yeah.
moments that could break that tension.
break that tension to let it build up again.
Yeah.
You know, or those comedy relief moments to where, like, I agree with you. I don't consider it a horror comedy.
Nope. And to be honest, I don't consider completely Wolf Hollow to be a comedy horror as well, but it has the elements. Mort Wolf has suddenly gone off the reservation. He will be back momentarily. Don't worry about that. But I have to give it to director Mark Cantu and the entire cast. This was a werewolf film for the ages, where you know you don't come unto a werewolf family that you don't know what you're getting into, and obviously, you know, with our independent filmmakers, which I say again, art imitates life, where, you know, they're coming into this world that they're not familiar with. They think they're going to make a great film, but everything goes drastically wrong. And, you know, you have the great Lucky Steve, you know, Mark Crum, who provides the best comedy into this film. We have multiple versions of werewolf changes that, you know, in an independent film like this, you would not expect that.
Not at all. Yeah, the level that's put into the work for the wolves alone is next level. Yeah, no, it was great.
Exactly.
And I think I had a werewolf chewing on the wires back there. I think that's what it was. Every time we do it, will we summon it off? Yeah, that's what happened.
On the shit again.
I think it's the skeletons. I think they smelled the bones, so they're trying to probably bury one of them in the backyard again.
I thought a little bit ago that I saw Mortlock, and he was getting a little antsy. He didn't get his nightly feeding, so possibly
he probably let the werewolves out. Yeah.
He probably did. But that's our synopsis. So, you know, was Wolfman a great adaptation, a great effort by Blumhouse? Absolutely. Yep. I enjoyed it. But at the same token, though, I can put in Wolf Hollow and go, every single part of me that from the 80s, the 90s,
loves werewolf movies,
and loves werewolf movies, and brings it to, you know, this generation. And I mentioned before, like Jason Momoa in the film Wolves, which was a fantastic film. The Carnage was pretty good, but a different style.
Yeah,
this one kind of goes above and beyond.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can do vampires and werewolves, zombies, ghosts in so many different ways.
Yep.
You know, but you got to be like I was saying with Mark, you know, and his writing team and everything like that. You got to have the ability to try to change things a bit and be willing to have the balls to do.
It's like, how are we going to make this stand out amongst all these.
And they did. And they did.
They nailed it.
Too, you know, it's like there is some lore that's in there, but it's not exactly the same lore as you would normally get with the werewolf movie. And I loved that. It's like, no, this is how our werewolves work in this world. And I love that. You know, you tell me what a werewolf is. Show me.
I love that small town flavor.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get the city slickers.
Exactly. and small towns got secrets.
A small town, and you nailed it right there, brother. Small towns have have secrets.
Have big secrets, yeah.
Well, apparently this was a huge one, yes. So, you know, beware. It's not all gonna be the hills have eyes.
Remember, you know, in the race of life, it's not always a 2-legged race, it's a 4-legged race. You know, and it's like, just don't take strolls on moonlit nights or in werewolf infested, you know, counties, or
you never know where they're gonna pop up.
Just be careful in the woods, you know.
Well, I love the fact that, you know, we can take it into the woods where people are always expecting a slasher, someone who's depraved, a madman, king of madness.
Now you're flirting. Yeah, I was going to say you're flirting with me now.
Not right. That there is more lurking there than meets the eye.
Yeah. Some of the best people I know lurk in those shadows. That's how I met Raper. See, you already knew I was going to say him.
Always lurking in the shadows. That's me. But thank you guys so much for kicking off your pre-weekend. Unholy fuck in epic fashion, because, man, these two films, it's so great to see that werewolf films are coming into a new age.
Yeah.
And it's very fucking relatable. It's pushing the boundaries of lore versus fact. And I love that because we've romanticized for aeons now, you know, of the original lore. Oh, to kill a werewolf, it's got to be silver bullets. And it has to be this or it has to be that. No, it does not.
No.
They can be very real.
We also got Todd. Wolfman has nards.
Wolfman's got nards. Yeah. So, you know, it brings it down to a more human-animal relationship.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about that. That it's not a curse, it's a condition. And I feel as though both of these films, one independent, one mainstream, both bangers, but obviously Wolf Hollow gave us something so fucking real, organic, and fun. Wolfman, love it, but it's not fun. It's not fun in that way.
You feel bad.
It's one of those you do because you really feel for
it's a sorrowful film.
This woman and her daughter, and it's very sad, and it has a really cool resolve at the same time. But at the end of the day, it's like, oh, what you both have been through this evening that you never thought was going to impact you. We feel sorry for you. We can't, bask in this joy, which is kind of weird because I feel like Blumhouse was like trying to like pull a cool resolve. And guess what? No, it was an ode to the madness that took place that they didn't even think they were going to survive. Right. But Wolf Hollow is like one of those hell rides that, man, I'll take it any day. Super fucking cool. Great writing, great story. And at the end of the day, let's face it, fantastic acting. So both of these on Prime Video right now. You all demons and addicts, you all pay for it already. go into the search bar, pull it up, and watch it. So if you want to, let your hair down, let that fur out, this is the time. Mort Wolf is in epic fashion this evening. And, he's just scratching and itching for you to check both of these films out. Man, let me tell you, get that popcorn ready, get those brews flowing, maybe some devil's lettuce in the air, and you're going to enjoy the hell ride that you're going to take with both of these films. And thank you guys again for tuning in this evening. And as you are dreading the humdrum of tomorrow, that is work. The thing to remember is when you get off, you're going to see Reapers Underground with the great Michael Farley, director and creator of Slab. And we're going to have a good old time talking about the Slab and everything involved with it. And then the buck doesn't stop there. It's a double shot. Woo woo. Tracks of the Damned right after that. And then if you're ready to sin, if you are ready to step out of, the facade that you put on every day and hang out with us, it's time to laugh. It's time to get those guts busted in a very awesome, creepy way. The goddamn program will be in full effect this Saturday. So just remember, with all this epic darkness that awaits you, stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Reapers Underground. Stay tuned for more from Black Flame Entertainment.